Going to quickly return 0-0, and they are ready to go right back into it. The 165-pound weight class. And Ogunsanya, the junior out of River Forest, Illinois, won 140 and 21 in high school. And the season was canceled due to the pandemic shortly after that. And two wrestlers that really, really are good. And 26-5 record from Kharchla. He went 25-5 in 2021 and 2022 last season. Is 1-0 so far. And here they go. They are battling it out. As Kharchla had a bit of an injury, but it's good to see him okay. One of the best wrestlers in the country and one of the best wrestlers on the team for sure. And Ogunsanya and Kharchla trying to decide. It's 14-3 Ohio State in the team score. As Danny Fingaro is the only one for the Columbia Lions to get them on the board. 3 points by a decision. And he had that win over Clay Reeves. And Kharchla trying to go for the knees early. And Kharchla and Ogunsanya and nothing to decide on between. Still 0-0 in this one. In the 165-pound weight class. And going out of bounds there on Ogunsanya. And Ogunsanya. And here's Ogunsanya and Kharchla trying to get the edge on each other. Still trying to feel each other out with 40 seconds to go. And going for the left leg is Kharchla, trying to get on the takedown. There hasn't been enough for a takedown yet. Still 0-0. And Kharchla, there it is. There's 2 points for a takedown. He was desperately needing some points, and he can get it. And he's first on the board between these two. And Kharchla having his right arm around the neck of Ogunsanya. And here they go. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and well after Kharchla came back from injury. (2-0) Kharchla over Ogunsanya. And Ogunsanya, remind you, won 140 and 21 in high school. And Kharchla wrestled about a week ago against Connor Brady, where he defeated him by a decision on 3-1. And here they go. 2 minutes here in the second round. And Kharchla and Ogunsanya going at it. And Kharchla can get a point there. He gets the escape and putting him up 3-0 over Ogunsanya. And Ogunsanya trying to go to ground and could not. Kharchla can counter that. And trying to figure out what attack to do. Kharchla, the redshirt junior from Powell, Ohio, went to Olentangy Liberty in the Columbus area. And with 1:14 to go. .56 seconds to go. 3-0 Kharchla, and ranked number 6 in the country, and he gets hit once again in the nose area where he was already hit before and had him to get out of this match and come back in. And good to see he's okay once again in just a physical matchup. 35 seconds. And wow, what a takedown there. Can Kharchla get him? And there's 2 more points there. Much needed from Kharchla. 5-0 with 14 seconds. And claps around the Covelli Center. And with 2 seconds, 1 second. Kharchla up 5-0 on yet another takedown. And Ogunsanya's choice. He's choosing down. And Kharchla up 5-0. And here is Kharchla again, overcoming some adversity in this matchup. Went out early, seemed to get hitting in the nose. And once again, was hit later, but you can see the resilience from Kharchla with 1:40 to go, and Ogunsanya gets out of that one. That's going to be an escape, and there's going to be a point. He's going to get on the board. 1:36 to go in this one. 5-1 Kharchla. The number 6 wrestler in the nation, putting it on display here. And there's a escape there from Kharchla, putting him up 6-1. And he's an 11-0 wrestler, 11-0 in duels, 6-0 in the Big Ten, 26-5 overall, 25-5 last year. And then how about that? 2018, 2019, 16-0. Is not used to losing, and he's doing it here once again, up 6-1 with a minute remaining. Carson Kharchla, the redshirt junior himself, was an NCAA qualifier last year, went 4-3 in the record in the Big Ten Championships, qualified last year, went 2-2. A guy that's very used to getting to the postseason with 41 seconds remaining. And there's an escape there, but no points were given. 30 seconds to go. Kharchla 6, Ogunsanya 1. And these two battling out as Ogunsanya's got the right leg of Kharchla trying to drive that in, and you can see the bending knee of Kharchla, and Ogunsanya's all over him. And there's a takedown there, 6-3. Ogunsanya 4 with 3. And that should do it. Carson Kharchla is going to come out here 6-3 and is going to go by a decision, putting them up 17-3 in the total team score. Back here on Big Ten Plus, Ethan Smith and Lennox Wolak ready to get going. Ethan Smith, the number 6 wrestler in the nation. And he qualified for the NCAA championships in 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022. So it was all 4 years. And as the Ohio State's Leadership Award as well. And these two going at it. There's Lennox Wolak, another junior, another Dublin, Ohio native. He was a high school 2-time All-American, 151 and 35 in high school, and a 2-time All-Ohio selection, and a 3-time All-Academic selection. As Ethan Smith grabbing that right leg and trying to take it to the ground. As Ethan Smith is a heck of a wrestler himself, 82 and 38 overall record, 28 and 18 in duels. And there's an early takedown there from Ethan Smith with 2:20 here. The redshirt senior out of Latrobe, Pennsylvania. And went to Sparrows Point High School in Maryland. Was an academic All-Big Ten 2019, 2021, and 2022. An OSU Scholar Athlete all his 4 years. And he just won the Michigan State Open by going 4-0 at the 174-pound weight class, as Wolak can get an escape on that one, making it 2-1. 100. A minute 50 to go here in the first round. Smith and Wolak going at it, and still no decider between these two. It's still 2-1. And dueling it out once again. And Ethan Smith doing it on and off the mat. He won Ohio State's Leadership Award. And for Coach Tom Ryan, they believe in this guy leading this wrestling team to, once again, they are 4 in the country. Started out number 3 in the country and it dropped to number 4. And there was a takedown there from Ethan Smith, making it 4-1 on this one. And Ethan Smith lost last week to Mekhi Lewis, Virginia Tech, by a decision of 3-2. As I said, went undefeated in that Michigan State Open earlier in the season. And posing an 82-38 record. He went 23-7 last year, 8-3 in duels, and 5-2 in the Big Ten. With 50 seconds to go here in the first round. 17-3 overall in the overall team score. Ohio State has been dominant. And the only win has been from Danny Fingero over Clay Reeves. As Heinzelman, Mendez, Decatur, Gallagher, and Kharchla all could pick up wins for their squad, putting them up 17-3. 42 seconds to go here in this first round. And then Wolak can get an escape, making it 4-2. And 20 seconds to go at the 174-pound weight class. As Smith trying to get on the inside, he grabbed his right leg, and these two barreling over each other and dueling it out. And Wolak has his right leg around the head, and that will be 4-2 after one. Ethan Smith can lead right now, but Ethan Smith not shy of the postseason. As I mentioned before, qualified for the NCAA tournaments in every season he's been here so far, and doing it once again. And with 2 minutes here in the second round, Smith on top. And Wolak can get the escape, and there's an escape once again, 4-3 as he cuts his lead within one. And there's a takedown there from Wolak, and making it 5-4. Just like that, he jumps in front, and Ethan Smith playing from behind here. And two big turnarounds there. It was an escape, and then it was a takedown, making it 5-4. And Ethan Smith can finally get an escape, making it 5-5. We're all square at 5, and then out of bounds, pushed out of bounds was Smith, but it was 4-1, and Wolak 2 escapes, and then a takedown to making it 5-4. But then Ethan Smith, a quick escape to even this one up, back up at 5 as chance around the Covelli Center, trying to get Ethan Smith pushed in the right direction, but Lennox Wolak doing everything he can. We are tied here at 5. A minute to go here in the second round in the 174-pound weight class. Ethan Smith went 23-7 last season, 8-3 in the duel, like I mentioned. Hasn't lost too many times, but he's sure getting his hands full here against Wolak. And there, Wolak trying to get on the takedown, but that was pushed out of bounds. 48 seconds to go here in the second round. 5-5. And Ohio State, 17 the team score compared to Columbia's 3. But Columbia trying to fight back, and Lennox Wolak doing it again. He's trying to get on the takedown, but refs didn't see anything on that one. Still 5-5 with 35 seconds to go. He's currently 5-1 on the season, ranked number 6 in the country. Ethan Smith, him and Kharchla both dead even at 6. So this Ohio State team full of wrestlers that really can put on a show. 14 seconds to go. Smith 5, Wolak 5. And Wolak trying to get on that takedown. 5 seconds to go. And it looks like we're going to be all dead even here. 5-5 going into the third round. And it's a winner take all here in this third round. Smith choosing to be on the ground. And Wolak on top. And here we go. Fans are starting to clap and get on their feet here in the Covelli Center, starting to get some energy back into this building. But it's been all Ohio State so far. Wolak on top of him now. And Smith trying to get some position. And now trying to get on the escape. Two very tired wrestlers. They've been going at it here for about 5 minutes. And Smith on the escape, putting him in front, making it 6-5. And this has been the best wrestling match here so far. Dead even here, 6-5, minute 30. And out of bounds there, and that's a point there for Wolak, pushing out Ethan Smith. And he's been going out a couple of times, making this 6-6, a minute 25. Wolak's been fighting back this entire time, and he's dead even at 6. Minute 20 to go, here we go. And lots of energy from the Columbia bench, trying to cheer on their fellow teammate in Wolak. He's got the edge, and there's 2 more points there on the takedown. 8-6. Lennox Wolak over Ethan Smith. Remind you, Ethan Smith, 28-18 in duels. What a comeback here. It was 4-1, Ethan Smith over Lennox Wolak, and you felt that this was going to be going Ohio State's way once again, but Wolak not showing any signs of slowing down. He's up 8-6, 35 seconds to go here in the third round. In the 174-pound weight class, it is getting loud from that Columbia bench over there, cheering on Wolak, looking for their second win of the day. Can they do it? Wolak on top of him now. Ethan Smith looks dead tired. Smith trying to get up and over this curve here with 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Wow, what a win this will be for Lennox Wolak. With 5 seconds to go. And now with 2 seconds, it's either a takedown here from Smith or this is Lennox Wolak. What a performance from him. The Dublin, Ohio native, possibly getting some revenge on his hometown school of Ohio State. And that will do it. Lennox Wolak making it 8-6 and winning by decision, clapping to his team and firing them up. And wow, what about that? Lennox Wolak, a win by decision. Ohio State 17, Columbia 6, and what a win there from Lennox Wolak. Back here on Big Ten Plus, Joey Fear excited to bring you this coverage of Kaleb Romero, Jack Wehmeyer going at it, and Kaleb Romero as a number 4 wrestler in the nation and arguably the best wrestler on this team. 63-25 record overall in his career, 23-11 in duels, and as Ohio State's most courageous award, he was the winner of, and a 2022 All-American himself as the 184-pound weight class. You can see Romero putting it on full display as a quick 2-0 takedown there from Romero. And an NCAA qualifier himself in 2020, 2021, and 2022. And once again, Kaleb Romero showing what he can do and putting him up 6-0. 3 takedowns on that one and an early 6-0 lead in Jack Wehmeyer, the freshman, the 5-time Leonard winner at Malvern Prep in Sellersville, Pennsylvania. He won the 2021 Natty with them, and he gets an escape, but he's got his hands full on Kaleb Romero, who's an academic All-Big Ten honoree and an OSU scholar athlete in all of his time here. And Kaleb Romero, look at him. Another takedown, 8-1, exerting his dominance. And Romero was a champion of the 2021 Cliff Keen Invitational of the 184-pound weight class. He's a redshirt senior out of Mechanicsburg, Ohio, and went to the local high school, Mechanicsburg High School in there, and the Big Ten champion. And look at Kaleb Romero, up 8-1 here, a minute 43. And Romero went 4-0 at the Michigan State Open, and then last week wrestled the number 9 Hunter Bolin of Virginia Tech. And Romero there quickly on the takedown, drives that leg and slams it to the ground, making it 10-2. And Kaleb Romero all over Wehmeyer. The freshman having his hands full with Romero. And 10-2 early. So you can see the strength of Kaleb Romero. A guy that's 5-0 this year, went 17-6 last year, 5-1 in the duels, and 4-1 in the Big Ten. And has just had winning records year after year, and showing why he's one of the best wrestlers in the nation. Putting it on full display today. 17-6, Ohio State in the team score. And Romero there, taking it down once again. Wehmeyer had the escape, making it 10-3, but then Kaleb Romero quickly on the takedown, putting it back to 12-3 with 47 seconds to go. Romero just racking up points here in the first round. And the redshirt senior, the number 4 wrestler in the nation, wrestling for the number 4 Buckeyes. Wehmeyer on the escape, making it 12-4. All of his 4 points have came from escapes, but Romero 6 takedowns here in the first round of the 184-pound weight class. 22 seconds remaining. Romero once again driving those legs and taking him down. How about that? Kaleb Romero 14-4. And Wehmeyer just seemed exhausted as the legs from Romero driving him into the ground with 2 and with 1. And 14-4, dominant performance from Kaleb Romero in the first round. As Romero just getting some new headgear on this one. And here we go. Wehmeyer is going to decide to start on the ground. A 2022 All-American, and as I mentioned, Ohio State's most courageous award was awarded here this year. One had an 11-6 record at the Big Ten Championships in 2022, and in 2021 was the 5th seed, and now Wehmeyer can get on an escape, and 14-5, he's done well with these escapes, but Romero's just been all over him here with 1:30 remaining here in the second. Wehmeyer currently 5-0 on the season, and these two dueling it out as Romero going for that left leg, trying to drive it down, and there it is once again, another takedown. That's going to be his 8th takedown, and all of his points have come from takedowns. And you could see why he's the number 4 wrestler in the nation, putting him up 16-5 here with a minute remaining here in the second round. And now Wehmeyer can get up with 16-5. And Romero driving his legs once again, and there's 2 more points, yet another takedown, and 18-6, 30 seconds remaining. (20 seconds here in the second, 18-6. Romero 9 takedowns, and he's been all over Jack Wehmeyer. He's had his way. 5 seconds here in the second round. Kaleb Romero putting his wrestling on full display, going up 18-6 after 2 rounds. And Wehmeyer slow to get up on that one as Romero choosing to stay down, as here is Wehmeyer now is on Romero. And Romero on the escape, and just a quick point there. It seemed a bit too easy on that one, 19-6, and racking up points here is Kaleb Romero in the 184-pound weight class. 5-0 on the season, and then once again, yet another takedown, 21-6. Kaleb Romero, that will wrap things up as he gets to 22 points, and the OH from Kaleb Romero showing his dominance on the freshman, Jack Wehmeyer, and 22-6. And Romero showing his respects as...
We welcome you live inside Holloway Gymnasium for this morning's presentation of college wrestling on Big Ten Plus. Hi everyone, my name is Craig Combs, joined by my broadcast partner Brendan Gorham. Brendan, we have the Purdue Boilermakers taking on the Cleveland State Vikings here to get things going.
Yeah, and first things first, it's Matt Ramos for Purdue, and this is something I'm really looking forward to because Matt Ramos only came out and won by a decision against Ryder, and that's not something that you would expect out of a top 10 wrestler like Matt Ramos. So this is something that I'm really expecting to see. I'm expecting a major decision by Ramos and him to come out aggressive and really wrestle for those points because, you know, and nothing against his opponent, Matt Ramos should be better than him. Matt Ramos should get a major decision. He should win by a good amount of points and control this match from beginning to end.
On the other side of the mat, Ben Aranda from DeKalb, Illinois, redshirt freshman. Ramos with the double leg takedown there, working control. Aranda's able to get up and get out. He's going to get the escape point. It's going to be an exciting matchup here at 125 pounds. And Aranda boasted a 10-8 record last season. He had 5 falls with the fastest coming in 31 seconds. Definitely something Matt Ramos is going to have to watch out for here this morning, the sophomore from Lockwood, Illinois. It's going to be stalling. They're going to bring him back to the middle, restart.
I like the feints from Aranda, faking the takedown down low, now working up the collar tie up top.
I'm really enjoying the hand fighting between these two wrestlers here this morning.
Single leg attempt by Ramos, going for a right leg trip.
Not able to complete the single leg takedown as he attempted.
No takedown recorded. So still only 2-1. Ramos has that strong lock on his body. See how he's got that right arm grabbing his left? He's just pushing his chest on top of Ben Aranda.
Not able to hold on to the underhook. Ramos lets him go. We're under a minute here in the first period. Matt Ramos leads Ben Aranda 2-1.
That was a fantastic takedown right there. That explosiveness to really catch Aranda off guard. And now Ramos up 4-2, letting up another escape point. So looks like Ramos looks a lot more comfortable on his feet. Totally fine surrendering that as he goes for another single leg.
Has to finish the movement. Got him to the ground. They're going to give him the 2 points. He was able to finish the movement. We're under 5 seconds here to go in the first. After the first period here in Holloway, Matt Ramos leads Ben Aranda 6-3. Ramos controls the riding time, has the advantage in riding time at 25 seconds. And you get a little bit more to get that over the 1 minute mark. But if you're the Purdue coaching staff, you're looking for Matt Ramos to get a finish here.
You're really looking
a major decision, a pin.
Absolutely. You are really looking for Matt Ramos to dominate and set the tone early for this Purdue team. You know, they had a really slow and just ugly loss to Ryder. While it was close, that's a team that the Purdue Boilermakers should win 9 times out of 10. That was just the one time that they lost.
Boilermakers looking to lay a perfect foundation here early on in this season.
strong wrist control from Ramos. Look at him just with that death grip on Ben Aranda's left arm.
Aranda's able to break free. Ramos shoots in one more time for a single.
Ramos loves that left leg.
Completes the movement, take an 8-4 lead.
And so this is where Ramos can now work his riding time. Right, he's only at 47 seconds right now, so he's almost at a minute, and that'll add him another point that can contribute to a possible major. Only at 4, though. He needs to continue working.
Possibly watch out for a stall here. The referee going to possibly stand them up. They have to move that action forward.
They have to continue moving positions. That's the thing.
And Ramos trying to
get that cross. Hey, you got time to work below.
over.
Keep working it. Get him flat with
He's
it.
trying to. He's got the... Looks like he's trying to go 2-on-1 against that right arm, but look at that. Aranda gets his arm free.
He's trying to use the momentum of the left arm to tilt.
Yeah.
And there's the end of the second period. Matt Ramos leads Ben Aranda 8-4. Riding time, as you mentioned, Brendan, a factor now. Ramos over 1 minute and 45 seconds. Which could play a factor into the end of this matchup.
Ramos is going to escape here if he can twist his hips out, but Aranda's got a good grasp on his shoulder to keep him down.
Matt Ramos, the number 8 ranked wrestler at 125 pounds in the country. Trying to improve upon that 6-0 record to start this 2022 wrestling season.
Oh, wow. So Aranda's trying to hip toss him, kip him up, and then throw him over, but Ramos, good defense to not allow the takedown. And now he gets the escape point, so Ramos up 6 with just around a minute to go. Needs another takedown for a major. Craig, you notice on Cleveland State's sideline, yelling at Aranda, giving him some motivation. Former Boilermaker Devin Schroeder, part of this coaching staff now for Cleveland State. Ramos now taking Schroeder's position. Ramos wrestled a weight class above, but now coming down to 125 this season, taking over where Devin Schroeder left off as he gets another takedown.
Matt Ramos gets the 2-point takedown. Coming up on less than 20 seconds to go. Matt Ramos leads by 8, 9 if you count the riding point. Leads by 7 now. And Aranda able to get the escape point. Under 10 seconds here to go in this third period.
Wow, that was huge. That was big. Points coming all over the place in the final end. But it looked like it was 2 for Purdue and then 2 for Cleveland State. We'll see how this plays out on the score sheet to see if it's a major. And it's a 15-7 win, so Matt Ramos comes away with the major.
Matt Ramos getting an 8-point major victory here to give the Boilermakers a good lead here in this matchup this morning with Cleveland State.
And look at this final end of the round. Here's the hip throw. This is what Aranda was looking for all match long, but then Ramos gets the escape.
Tell he's got a little bit of a smile. He's excited to be here. Brayton right away forward, heavy pressure. You're gonna see a lot of hard hand fighting. Everything's gonna be forward with Brayton. It's very, very good to see Brayton Lee back in the lineup. I absolutely loved the video they did earlier with Brayton about the he's back video. Brayton sits up at the end and asked if you're expecting somebody else. Little drag go behind from Brayton on that shot. And
way to
stop
the funk right there too.
Yep. You can see right there, Decker was trying to roll underneath, but Brayton just kept his hips and legs away. Brayton's doing a good job kind of pinching that ankle.
Ref's counting with Brayton's holding that leg.
He's holding the sock too. Just kind of made him crawl a little bit there before he knew he could hear the count from the ref, so he knew when he had to let it go. Just get all those extra seconds of riding time you can get.
A snap and then just freight trains right in. Ends up in a single. Dump covers
Trying to catch that far ankle, but toe's going to hit the hardwood on the far side, so that's going to bring us back. You got to get a bigger mat.
Yeah,
can't be letting this guy's. You know, these are just 57-pounders. They're reaching the edge. This is where Brayton's really good, is on his feet.
Get that corner right there.
Yeah. They didn't call him one of the high-paced boys for nothing.
Started and ended it with the high-paced boys.
Yeah.
Another over-tie snap.
Yeah, the pressure with the way he wrestles, it's very, very hard to stick with that for 7 full minutes. He's not just gonna, you know, get into a collar tie and hang out and just let's kill some time in here.
See what Brayton, with his experience, hard shot him off the mat, and then made Decker get hit with stalling right there for not continuing.
Decker trying to shoot off of that snap, but Brayton's ready for it, runs go behind real quickly. Just forcing those bad shots, you know, that kind of happens when the hand fight pressure is so much that you can't, you start to look for, like, I gotta get hold of this guy's leg because I don't want to stand up here and hand fight with him anymore. And when you make those dive shots to attempts to get a hold of that leg, go behinds become very, very easy.
And I mean, Lee's bread and butter is that quick go behind.
Yep.
So Decker's trying to keep that base, now rolling under.
Trying to roll under from bottom, which is a dangerous time to roll under because you can give up near fall very quickly there. Might start seeing some of the fans filing out of here. They got that big Vikings game coming up here soon. Everybody's got to get to their favorite lucky spot to keep this team on the winning streak. Brayton again, you know, he cuts Decker loose, but then as soon as he gets loose, he's already on him right away, using his hands, trying to create some more motion. Those over-tie snaps over and over again. Just never allows a guy to breathe.
Yeah.
Great
on a
shot.
Single, up right away.
Finishes clean, so he gets a stalling point and a takedown, essentially a 3-point takedown. Then he goes right to this Turk, and
he's working on back
points. This is going to be a good thing to see because Brayton, you know, historically doesn't have as much on the top as he does from his feet, so he doesn't get a lot of turns. He's great on his feet. I like seeing him go after that right away.
He's going right back to it. Decker, pretty good job.
Great job getting up and out of there. 48 to go. Still plenty of time for Brayton to keep working. It looks like Brayton's taking about 3 steps to every one of Decker's right now.
He's heating up.
30 seconds in the period.
Another hard snap there. So 20 seconds left in the second period. Brayton with a nice single.
Does such a good job of keeping that leg straight.
Yeah.
You know, when he got into the single leg, he dropped his one hand down to the heel so that he couldn't, you know, go to that leg pass or anything. He kept his head up too, you know, not dropping his head. As soon as he drops his head, that's where it's going to be tough to finish that. So great job from Brayton Lee finishing that single near the end of the period. 11-4 lead, 2:17 of riding time. Third period. Last 2 minutes of this duel.
He's going to choose neutral, which is pretty expected in this situation. Just keep the pressure on him and stay off the mat.
Right. It's where he's really good and where he can control things. Good job again on that same lead leg single. And just ready for that roll under. He did a better job of staying away from him so that that roll under
single,
wasn't there.
Keeping one hand high on the knee and one hand down on the ankle.
He's got that ankle pinched, and Decker's finally able to kick free. So we're at 13-5. Riding time's locked up, essentially 14-5 right now. Brayton has a major, but he's, you know, again, he's just not the kind of guy that's going to hang back and let this last minute go by. He's going to keep going. There's a hands to the face call, so Brayton's got to watch that. Can't keep going inside that face. The box, as they are, is at a triangle from chin to eyebrow.
30 seconds remaining.
Short time now. Brayton's kind of, you know, a little bit dancing around. And it looks like Brayton Lee will hold on to win this one by a 14-5 win, giving the Gophers 14 points, so they will end up winning in this duel 19-15. But actually, I mean, just, Dan, that was an awesome performance by Binghamton there. I was very impressed with the way they competed up and down the lineup. Every guy came to wrestle hard.
And here we go, 157 kicking off. We got Andy Garr versus Will Lewan. Will Lewan, All-American last year, some exciting wrestling. Him and Ja'Cory Teamer, a lot of people can recollect, one of the most exciting matches at the NCAA tournament as he takes on Andy Garr. And Lewan really looking to get to his offense this season. We've seen over these few matches that he's wrestled, trying to keep it out of overtime, win in regulation. But he's got ice in his veins. Good shot there by Lewan. Good defense by Garr. Columbia needs to get some points on the board here. It's going to be a tough task here at 57, but then you got Ogunsanya at 65, probably the most accredited wrestler on the Columbia lineup. Him and Cameron Amin had a few exciting matches. Actually beat Amin at the U23 Nationals over the summer, so you got some hope promising after the break at 165, and we got a deadlock here at 0 at 157. Garr's got to circle back to the center. Doesn't want to give up a stall call here. Good job of circling. So Lewan likes this over-under position. Now Lewan's on the edge. Garr doing a good job of controlling that center of the mat. And we have still a deadlock 0-0 going in. About a minute and 15 left to go in this first period. Not much offense here. Haven't really seen any shot attempts, but with the first one there by Lewan, good defense by Garr. Nice re-attack, but Luan's hips too far away to get anything. But here we go. About a minute left, 0-0, and a good shot by Luan. Finally gets some offense going here. He wants to make sure he secures the two-point takedown by Will Luan. Doesn't take very many attempts, but when he does, he's high percentage. 2-0 lead. And a 2-0 lead for Will Luan. He almost reminds you of a Kyle Dake. Very hard to score on, but when he scores, he is very, very high percentage, finishes most of his attacks. You know, getting to the leg is half the battle on Will Luan, and that's an understatement. And about 30 seconds ago, Luan with a 2-0 lead. And a nice suck back there by Luan and looking for more points. And Garr sneaks out of there without giving up any near fall. Sneaky position there, but able to collect an escape with a 2-1 lead, Luan. But Garr able to get out and cut the lead to 1 going into the second period. And a scary position there if you're Garr, but you get the 1 point. Worth the risk. Luan will start down in this second position, or a second period. Luan looking to get back to his feet. Quick escape there for Luan as he scores an escape, 3-1 lead. 21 seconds of riding time. Riding time not really a factor in this match, so a takedown by Garr would even the score. Really give some hope to the Columbia Lions, but about a minute and 30 to go. 3-1 lead for Luan. Haven't seen much offense, but that one attempt by Luan was enough to keep the lead 3-1. Now Garr's looking for some offense. Has been doing a pretty good job of controlling the center. But Luan, like I said, getting to the leg is half the battle. So good defensively. Very hard to score on. Scores a lot out of counter offense. But a good shot there again by Luan. Good defense there by Garr, but Luan good from the short offense position. Haven't really seen much offense from Garr, but a good front headlock position. This is his chance really to get back in this match. This is the best position he's had all match. He's got this front headlock, but he's got 30 seconds to finish as we go back to the feet. You hate to see him giving that up. That was a scoring position. Could have evened the score 3-3, but about 30 seconds to go. Will Luan, 3-1 lead. Now under 20. And it's about to get interesting in this third period, as Garr will have selection. And if he gets an escape, he hypothetically cuts it to 1 point. So we're getting interesting here at 157 as the All-American is in a tight match here with the unranked Andy Garr. A warning on Luan. False start warning. Garr's really slowing down the pace of this momentum. Been doing a really good job fighting through positions, controlling the center against the All-American. Maybe feeling a little bit of pressure. Luan back in Cliff Keen Arena. First year as a returning All-American. You can definitely feel the pressure. But he's no customer to big stages as he looks for a takedown here. And now he secures it. And Will Luan has got a 5-2 lead. Big takedown there. Looked like a high crotch split finish. Nice sneaky high crotch there by Luan. I don't think Garr saw that coming. Kind of stepped a little too hard on that left leg. And there's another suckback attempt by Luan, but This time, not letting Garr escape. Tried that in the first period, but gave up 1 point in doing that. And he's going to go back to it. Garr back to his feet, and he will get back to his feet. Now, Lewan has a minute of riding time, but it's a minute 5. So if Garr gets a takedown here, we could see another Lewan overtime match. But like I said, Lewan's so good from the defensive position. And now he's in that short offense position. This would all but seal it if he gets a takedown here with a minute and 5 of riding time. Got to be careful here. Doesn't want to give any points up here. And 30 seconds to go. 5-3 lead for Lewan. Stalemate position. Garr's got about 30 seconds to tie this match up. Again, Lewan comfortable in these close matches. And a good shot there by Lewan. Good suck back by Garr. Trying to go snap, go behind. Another shot there. You know, you can give up a stall call here if you're Lewan. Just can't give up a takedown, and it looks like Garr's looking like he's out of luck here in Lewan. Another close match, but it's going to stay in regulation. He's going to win 5-3 going into the break. All-American Will Lewan winning here at Cliff Keen in his Cliff Keen season debut. As the Wolverines looking strong here, a 22-0 lead, shutting the Lions out. Mason Parris taking on Dan Conley. Yeah, nickname, call him the Big Chungus. This guy, he's just a monster as he gets a takedown right away. Mason Parris, again, not a guy you want to step on the mat with. Just a bulldozer. As I couldn't even get words out before he gets his first takedown within 10 seconds of the first period as he goes back to the feet. You know, a few times in the NCAA tournament, not able to crack through and win a national title, which he's wanted to do for so long. But this might be Mason Parris' year to finally collect the national title. So he's ranked number 3 at 285. And he looks for that dump, the famous dump for Mason Parris. And he's got a 2-point takedown here at 285. Need to take a sip of water before I run out of breath. He might get 5 more takedowns. He is so quick for a heavyweight. Again, a multiple sport athlete. Probably could have played college football anywhere. Chose to wrestle. Junior world champion. Multiple time All-American as he looks for another shot there. Again, another takedown for Mason Parris. A tough task for Dan Conley here at 285. Mason Parris, almost like a bear. As soon as he gets his hands on you, there's really not much you can do. But basically, get in the fetal position and cover. Mason Parris with a 6-2 lead at 285. He's tacking on about 45 seconds of riding time here. And Parris caught him to his feet. Again, Conley looking, now starting to hand fight a little bit, but Parris looking to fake again, get back to his sweep single. A good shot by Conley, but nice run behind. It's almost killing of confidence to wrestle a guy like Mason Parris. You know, you try to single, you try to double, and he just overwhelms you with his strength and speed. As an all-state linebacker in the state of Indiana. Again, multiple-time state champion in Indiana. 3-time All-American. I mean, the list goes on of accolades from Mason Parris, but that one thing that he has not gotten that he really wants to get is that national championship. As he's looking for a power half, and it looks like this match is going to be over early, ladies and gentlemen, as Mason Parris is going to look for a fall. I've had to call too many of these, but it's again a fall at 285 for Mason Parris to cap off the duel. Michigan wins big here in Ann Arbor, 38-6. And Mason Parris on his title journey at 285, and the Wolverines getting a big win, 38-6 in Ann Arbor. I'm Malik Amin, your host for the season, as Michigan takes this one 38-6. We'll see you guys at the home debut the Big Ten debut against Wisconsin